Hi dear students, how are you all of you? Dear students, you all are very warmly welcome on our YouTube channel. Dear student, this is for you what I am uploading. Yes, here we have started our lesson number 4, Maharashtra before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. Yes, and already first part I have uploaded on our channel, dear student. To see this, I am giving you this link in the description box. Yes, this part we are starting second part from the calamity of the famine. Yes, here I am starting it for you. Agriculture was depend on rainwater. Dear student, in some of the part it is still there. This the people they are doing their agriculture depend on the rainwater. Yes, if rain is not there, and then it is not possible for the farmers to do the agriculture to grow their crops. If it did not rain, crops would fail. If rain is not there, then there will be no crops. Yes, the prices of food grains rose, and if there is no rain, then the prices of the food grains it was rose means having highest price. It became difficult for the people to get food grains and other things. And see, already the rain is not there. Because of rain there is no crops. The farmers they are becoming poor, and in that time the prices of food grain it was getting highest. It became the difficult for people to get food grain to sustain their self. Yes, there was no fodder for the cattle, and there was no anything to eat. Fodder means the grass, no dry grass and all. Nothing for cattle, for the cows, buffaloes to eat. Water became scarce. See, there was also not water. It became difficult for the people to live in the villages, and it was there was no water in the village. Then it was becoming difficult for the people to live in that village. They were forced to leave the villages, and the people were forced to leave means to go away from the village. A famine was a great calamity for the people, and this famine it was the great calamity for the people. It was a great problem for the people. Even though they have their land there, even though they have their houses there, but they don't have food grains to eat. They don't have water to drink. There is no fodder for their cattle. Then they used to leave, they used to go away from these villages. Now next is a great famine occurred in Maharashtra in 1630. See, the great famine it was occurred when it came. It came in Maharashtra in 1630. People were greatly distressed due to this famine, and because of this famine, people were distressed. It has been described in this world people were ready to sell themselves for a piece of bhakri, but there was nobody to buy them. See how bad condition it was, dear student. Because of this 1630 no problem famine which occurred there in Maharashtra, people were ready to sell themselves. Yes, you can take ourselves, but give us bhakri, give us food to eat. But there was no one to take them, no one to buy them. Because see, there was no rain means no one would get the good crops. Yes or no? There was a severe scarcity of food grains. Entire families were destroyed, and there was a lack of food grains, and some of the families were destroyed. Cattle and farm animals died, and the cattle's animals they died because of hunger. Agriculture was devastated, and there was no rain, so there was no agriculture. The famine put an end to industries, and industries were also stopped because the industries are getting raw material based on the agriculture. If there is no agriculture, how the industries will get the raw material? Industries were also stopped. Financial transactions came to be standstill. means there were no any financial transaction. There is nothing to do, so how the transaction will be there? People had to wander to far away regions in search of livelihood, and people they were going anywhere to in search of food. It was a great challenge to bring back to normalcy the devastated life of the people, and it was very big problem to bring at a normal stage at that time the devastated life of the people. Yes, all the things were destroyed there. Now see, the next point will cover the work of the Warkari movement. Now the Warkari movement, their work, how this Warkari Sampradaya it came to Maharashtra, we will understand. Society was greatly influenced by blind beliefs and rituals. See, when we think about society, when we understand about society, it was greatly influenced by blind beliefs. There were so many blind beliefs were there, and the rituals were there. Blind beliefs means, rituals means, dear student, the people they were believing on anything, silly things. Yes, people had become fatalistic and inert. The people means without getting investigation of truth, they were believing on anything. They had lost all initiatives, and because of this they have lost all the initiatives. They were not in the normal condition. The condition of common people was miserable, and the common people they were also become the miserable. They were not in the good condition. In a such a circumstances, the sons in Maharashtra elevators to inspire the masses, and all the masses things were there. Yes or no? To make them stable, the Santa movement, Santa people in Maharashtra they have came. Yes, in Maharashtra the tradition of Sant, which began with Sant Jnaneshwar and Sant Namdev, was carried on by Sant coming from various strata of society. Now in Maharashtra the tradition of the Sant, it began with the Sant Jnaneshwar and Sant Namdev, and later on each was carried by the Sant coming from the different societies. People from all strata of society were part of the Sant traditions, and people of the society they were the part of Sant tradition. For example, Sant Chokhamala, Sant Goroba, Sant Sena, Sant Sauta, Sant Narhari, Sant Sheikh Muhammad, etc. Sant Chokhoba's wife. See, now they have given the santas which were there in their locality are Sant Chokhamela, Sant Goroba, Sant Sena, Sant Sauta, Sant Narhari, Sant Sheikh Muhammad, and etc. Sant Chokhoba's wife Sant Soyrabai and sister Sant Nirmalabai, Sant Muktabai, Sant Janabai. Now here ladies, women santas are given. Sant Chokhoba's wife was Sant Soyrabai, his sister was Sant Nirmalabai, Sant Muktabai, Sant Janabai. Let's go on the next. Sant Janabai, Sant Kanopatra, Sant Bainabai, Sirurkar, and other women were also among them. And see, they have given the name of them. Yes, these were the all women Santa. Pandharpur was at the center of the Santa movement, and this Pandharpur still it is the center of the Santa movement, and it was from the beginning. Vitthal was the object of their worship, and this all the Santa people to whom they were worshipping to God Vitthal, and the Vitthal temple it is in the Pandharpur. On the bank of the river Chandrabhaga at Pandharpur, the Santa and pilgrims Warkari used to rejoice in their devotions. Yes, at the Pandharpur and the bank of river Chandrabhaga, it is at Pandharpur, the Santa and all the Warkari people they used to have their devotions bhakti on the bank of river Chandrabhaga. Their equality was propagated through bhajans, kirtans, and unity meals. And how they used to do their bhakti? By their bhajans, kirtans, yes or no, etc. Now here we will understand about Santa Namdev. Yes, here is the Santa Namdev. You can see the picture of him, dear student. Here is the picture of Santa Namdev. Santa Namdev, he was a great Sant of Warkari movement. Who was he, dear student? He was a great Sant in Warkari movement. He was a skilled organizer. Who was he? Skilled organizer. He performed excellent kirtans as well. And what was he performing? Excellent kirtans. He awakens the sense of equality in men and women belonging to all castes through the medium of kirtans. And what he used to do? He used to awaken the people's the sense of equality in the men and women from the all caste. Okay, by how he used to do this? By his kirtan. His pledge was नाचू कीर्तनाचे रंगी ज्ञानदीप लावू जगी जगी. These are his lines they have given in the Marathi. His abhanga competitions are well known. Compositions. His abhangas and compositions are well known to the people. Now many sons as well as common people were influenced by his teaching, and so many santa and the common people by his teaching they were got the knowledge, they were influenced. He went up to the Punjab propagating his thoughts, and up to Punjab he has gone for what? To say his thoughts. His compositions are included in the Guru Granth Sahiba of Sikh. If you see the Guru Granth Sahiba of the Holy Book of the Sikh, you will get his compositions also there. He propagated the message of Bhagavad religions in all quarters, and at all the quarters he has given the message of Bhagavad religion. He built a memorial to Sant Chokhamela at Pandharpur. His work is unforgettable. And see what he has built, a memorial of Sant Chokhamela at Pandharpur, and his work, it was unforgettable. We cannot forget the work which Sant Namdev has done for the society. Now let's go next, Sant Naneshwar. See here Sant Naneshwar. Dear student, you can see the picture of Sant Naneshwar here. He was a great Sant in the Warkari movement. See, Sant Naneshwar, he was the great Sant in the Warkari movement. He wrote Bhavartha Deepika or Naneshwari, which educates the meaning of the Sanskrit Bhagavad Gita. See, he had written the Bhavartha Deepika and Naneshwari, which elucidates the meaning of Bhavartha Deepika, of the Sanskrit Bhagavad Gita. He also composed the Amrutanubhav. He preached the importance of the path of devotion thought through his works and composition. Even he has written the Amrutanubhav. And by what was his purpose to write this, all the books, all the compositions? He was telling the work, the path of devotions, yes or no, by his work and composition. He showed a simple way of worship. What he showed to the people, dear student? A simple way of worship, yes, and conduct which the common people could follow easily. And the conduct and the way of worship, he told to the people that common people also can follow it easily. He gave the prestige of a religion to the Warkari movement. And to whom he has given the prestige of religion? To the Warkari movement. Though his life was spent in extremely adverse circumstances, he never lost the calm of his mind and never harbored bitterness. See, even he was getting so many problems from the community, he never lose his temper. Yes or no? Always he remained calm. His Pasayadan in Jnaneshwari uplifts the mind. When we listen the Pasayadan, our minds get uplifted. The poetic compositions of his brother Sant Nivruttinath and Sant Sopandev and sister Muktabai are also well known. And the poetic composition of his brothers Sant Nivruttinath, Sant Sopandev and sister Muktabai, the compositions of them were also well known. Understood? Now here we can understand Sant Eknath. Yes. Now Sant Eknath, he was a great Sant of Bhakti movement. Who was, dear student? He was a great Sant of Bhakti movement in Maharashtra. His compositions are many diverse. Yes, his compositions are diverse. They include Abhanga, Gaudan, Bharud, etc. And in his compositions we can get Abhanga, Gaudan, Bharud, etc. He has stated Bhagavad Dharma in detail and in a simple manner. And what he had stated Bhagavad Dharma in a simple manner. He has he has portrayed people's life in Bhavarta Ramayana through the story of Ram. By the story of Ram, he had given people's lives in the Bhavarta Ramayana through the story of Ram. He explained in Marathi the bhakti part of the Sanskrit work Bhagavad, and he has explained in the Marathi translated of the Sanskrit. His Abhanga show the warmth of devotions, and if we listen Abhangas of him, we get the warmness. He demonstrated through his own conduct that there is no need to renounce worldly matters for attaining the highest truth. By his teaching, he was giving well-known things to the people. He was a teacher of the people in the true sense of the term, and all the true things he has taught to the people. He believed that our Marathi language was inferior to no other language. He is telling our Marathi language is the inferior than no other language. He asked the Sanskrit scholars forcefully, and he asked Sanskrit scholars forcefully, संस्कृत वाणी देवे केली तरी प्राकृत काय चोरापासून झाली. He heavily criticized those who hated our religions. He used to criticize the people, those they used to hated our religion, our Marathi religion, Hindu religion. Yes, here we have finished the Sant Eknath, and now we shall start with the Sant Tukaram, but that we will see in the next part number 3. Thank you.